friends, I thought I would talk to you a little bit about how I am structuring my week in the life album. I'm not sure how many of you saw Allie's blog post from yesterday about how she's setting up her album, but it really inspired me to sit down and really think through how I wanted to structure this album since Week in the Life is coming up very soon. I will say, and I've said this before, Week in the Life is one of my favorite projects. I love this deep dive into just 7 days of your life because it shows these patterns and routines and everyday moments that we often forget to capture in our lives. So I'm really excited for Week in the Life. So I went with this 6x8 album this year, even though I really loved the 3x8. It was just a little too small for me. I take a lot of pictures for Week in the Life, and so I decided to go back to the 6x8 album for 2019. I think I'm gonna use one of the new style of page protectors for this year. So this is a 6x8 that has a 4x6 on top, and then it has 6 2x2 squares, which I think will be really fun and different to work with. So I will include some sort of title photo. In the past, I've generally done a picture of me and Mark. This was from a album that I did a couple of years ago. I had an extra one, so I will likely do a picture of us. Last year I didn't. I just did a picture of our front yard. So I'll decide what picture I want to put there. And I think what I'll end up doing is including that quote that was on Allie's blog post, the one that says, "Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now." I just really liked that. I thought that'd be really fun to put here. So I'm not quite sure how I do that or what will go in these squares here, but I will figure that out. And then I'm gonna put this week on the back, and then I'll put the dates of the project. I'm not quite sure if I'll leave the transparencies as is, or if I will end up adding something to this. You know, I could end up putting some different chipboard pieces on here. I really liked how Allie put the hearts here. I didn't end up getting the transparency pack, but I'm gonna figure out something to put here, or you can totally leave it blank. It's up to you. But I think what I'll do is I'll start each day with the 4x6 card. So I really like the look of these, and I thought it would be fun to print off a bigger photo to put underneath. It won't quite be 6x8, obviously, because you have the title up here, but it wouldn't necessarily have to be the first picture of your day or the morning. It could, you know, maybe it'll be my favorite picture from Monday, but I thought that would look neat to put that there. Obviously add the date and if it was a good day or a bad day. And then I'm toying with the idea of doing all of my journaling on the back side of that on a 6x8 piece of cardstock. I think in the past I've never done this. I've done kind of sporadic journaling throughout the project. I believe for a couple of years Allie did something similar to that where she put all of her journaling in one place. So I'm kind of toying with that idea. I put in the number from those tags. I punched that out and put the rubber piece there. I did get this stamp set, which I think is really, really fun. So I was kind of playing with the idea of, you know, should I put morning, afternoon, and evening and kind of do 3 chunks of journaling. Again, I was just playing. We'll see how it actually works out. I do want to use the breakfast, lunch, and dinner 3x8 transparencies. I will likely put a photo here, or if I have a lot of extra journaling, I could do that as well. And then I put in this style page protector. I put in a filler card, the transparency number, and the cork. We'll see if I use that. And then I put in one of the like prompt cards that we could do journaling. So it's actually really similar to Allie's setup. I don't know if I'll use observing on Monday. I just stuck it in there, and we'll just see what stories I have to tell there. Okay, so then those are the only 3 page protectors I have in that section. Then it will be dependent on what other photos I take for that day. I tend to personally take a ton of photos in the beginning of the week, and then it kind of slowly dwindles. So I just have the rest of my page protectors in the back, and I'll just add those in. But every day follows that same format. So I just stuck in those numbers, and again, we'll see if I use that. I do think it would be fun to use I did purchase the rolling timestamp. So maybe when I do my journaling, on the back of that, on the 6x8, maybe I could timestamp too. I'm not quite sure yet, and I'll figure out a way to incorporate the other pieces of the main kit that I got, you know, including like the sticker sheet and things like that. In terms of how I plan for this, I do a lot of journaling throughout the day. I love these free PDFs you can download from Allie's website. So I print off Monday through Sunday, and I carry these around with me each day. And I literally go in and I journal. And again, I'm really good at it on Monday, and then it kind of dwindles throughout the week, but at least kind of keeps me on track. So on the front side, it has 4 a.m. to 3 a.m. And then on the back, it has a place to put in the meals, which will be perfect, especially because I'm using the 3x8 pad. It has a place for observations, what you overheard, gratitude, favorite moment, which is just really fun. So this system works for me, and you have to find a system that works for you. And then because I had these cards that have the prompt on them, I put on a Post-it note each of those prompts. And I strategically did it on a Post-it note because, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna use observing for Monday. I might end up using that on Friday. So if I can pull that off, then I can change these around. But at least this gives me kind of an idea of things to be looking for. You know, like if I know on Wednesday, I wanna think about what am I working on right now? Whether it's personal or professional, just kind of gives me that added prompt to make sure that I kind of think about that. So I will plan on using these. I also, yes, I still have a paper planner. I cannot switch to digital. So I carry around my Passion Planner. If you have not checked out Passion Planner, you totally should. I'm obsessed with it. So I actually went ahead right when I found out the dates that Allie was gonna do Week in the Life. I like to do it with her and with the community. It's really fun, it's really motivating, and I just stamped Week in the Life with a past stamp set that I got the 6th through the 12th. I make sure to write a lot down in my planner as well, and then that helps me when I sit down with my album, when we're kind of done with the week, to be able to put it all together so I don't forget any important details. Because like I said, I carry the planner around with me everywhere, so to me, that's a really good tool to use for the project. So that's what I've done so far. I would love to know what you're doing to prepare for the project. If you have any questions, let me know, but I'm really excited to document this week with you.